Breaking news is Nicho Hynes out, and it's a foot race between Mitchell Moses and Adam Reynolds. Nicho Hynes had a shocker yesterday. I'm not expecting him to get his selection, but will they just pick him anyway? It's interesting to see. But if you look at the history of Nicho Hynes, against top 8 teams, he can't get it done. In the semi-finals, he couldn't get it done. At State of Origin, he couldn't get it done. He got carved up defensively by Cameron Munster, even though heaps of people have got carved up by him. But it's something that has happened to him. And I think he is going to miss out. So who will it be? Adam Reynolds or Mitchell Moses? All the talk has been Mitchell Moses, but Adam Reynolds is playing so good. And it'll all probably depend on Cody Walker, Damien Cook, Campbell Graham, who played outstanding on the weekend, who they select there. It's going to be interesting because it looks Jerome Luai had a good game and may have done enough to cement his spot, so they could say Nicho Hynes is still going to be in the team. But if I'm going on what I've seen, you've got to go with someone who's going to deliver on the big stage, and at this stage, Nicho Hynes hasn't proven it. On the Queensland side, Coates looks like he's in for Selwyn Cobbo, and there's a bit of talk there might be some shock selections with Kafusi maybe not making the cut, with Jeremiah Nene looking like he's going to be the starting, and then maybe Futuweka off the bench. Christian Rouse, I think he's probably done anyway with the hip drop tackle. It didn't look good, so he's probably out of the running anyway if he was going to be selected. But you never know, anything can happen. But some other big news around the traps here is Mitchell Pearce is coming back to the Roosters apparently. And they're saying he's going to play number 14. Well, do you really want a has-been coming back? The funny thing is where's the development of all these halfbacks? Obviously, Australia are not doing well at developing halfbacks because there's not much talent out there, or there's not enough patience is probably more to the point, because Sam Walker's got all the talent in the world, but they don't seem to want to be patient with him, and that could mean Sam Walker's on his way out. And I think he will be. For mine, I think Sam Walker could be on his way to maybe the Titans, the Dolphins. I think it's where he's likely going to end up if he wants to leave. Be an interesting teams going up there. What's going to happen there with the Roosters? Because the Roosters have been another player in the Roosters side, Joey Manu. Should he have gone to the Warriors? I think so. He should have gone to the Warriors. Yes, he would have been playing fullback, and he would probably be in a team that's going well instead of sputtering in the attack in number 6. I think he's a fullback personally. He plays good in the centre too. But when you got someone like James Tedesco in the squad, it's going to be hard to obviously get the fullback spot. As Joseph Sualihi has found out as well. So Jerry Money might be ruining not going to the Warriors. Other big news, clearly, Luke Brooks is off. See you later, Tigers. You're going to pay me penance, I'm out of here. Well, he's been paying overs for quite a while, I think, to be fair to Luke Brooks. He's been a bit of a scapegoat, a bit like Mitchell Pearce. Probably both been very maligned over their careers, but he has been a pretty good player. But obviously not making the finals for Luke Brooks has been a big sender. And where is he heading to? Well, all the talk is he's going to go to the Canberra Raiders. Is that likely? I'm not 100% sure, but obviously there's probably something confirmed. But I think there could be a Smokey's in there. Titans are obviously a team looking for a player. The Dragons could be looking for a player. But the two teams I'm more interested in, Raiders obviously could be the one they goes to, but Bulldogs and the Roosters. Now, even the Roosters are looking for Pearce, but Luke Brooks could just go straight into 7. And the same with the Bulldogs, Luke Brooks into 7, but I'm not 100% sure how they're going to go there. How confident they are in Luke Brooks to do the job, but and also another option would be the Knights, but I think that one's off the table, depending if Adam O'Brien sticks along or they find someone else. So interesting how the league went over the weekend. It was a good game from the Sharkies. The Sharkies are just absolutely imploding. The Storm were just way too good for them. I just don't know what the future holds for you Sharks fans here. You must be disappointed in that game. They really, really were bad. Didn't turn up pretty much, and losing by 50 points. their season's gone. Write them off. They won't win the comp. The same with the Dolphins Dolphins as well, when they lost to the Manly. Both of them are out. We're running out of teams. I think we're only down to about 6 teams that can win the comp now with all these big losses we're starting to see now. So the Sharkies season, the Sharkies are gone, no doubt about it. And Craigford's known for his defence, but his squad hasn't really delivered in the last 2 years. Can't seem to get the defensive grit out of them. Well, let's just... what about Broncos? Broncos obviously beating the Panthers. I mean, not the Panthers. The Broncos getting it done against the Knights. So it was very much a show of Aaron Reynolds and Ezra Mam delivering big time. Reece Walsh and Kalen Ponga was a good battle between them. Interesting. The Kalen Ponga pretty much given up playing for Queensland this year. It was just crazy stuff for mine. Why would you give up the jumper? Sounds silly to me. So there's some, obviously, Croker. What happened, Croker? Yes, the Mighty Warriors got it done. Yes, the Warriors absolutely, well done to you Warriors, way too good. Absolutely gave it to the Raiders. Absolutely defended stalwarts, and in the second half went boom. They played very much like Penrith. Very much like Penrith. And outstanding stuff. And a lot of people say that the Warriors have never played this way before, but Kearney did, but he just couldn't get the to be fair, a lot of attacking grit out of it. They were defensively not too bad for a while with Kearney, but they just couldn't get the attack. But then it obviously fell off the rail. But it looks like this might be the season that they'd fall off the rails, and they keep the defense all year. If they do that, they're a big chance for finals football. And even maybe a sneaky top 4. But they really need to start winning a few games in a row for that to really come to fruition. So what do we think about the season going forward at the moment? Who are the teams to beat? Penrith, clearly Penrith look like they're starting to go like a class above. Broncos are second to me at the moment. They might have more wins than that, but Penrith's defence is way better than the Broncos. So that's why I still have Penrith on top. Broncos number 2. Then after that, it's a bit of a who do you pick? Rabbitohs probably, I would say Rabbitohs third. Obviously a lot of injuries. That's why they lost to the Dragons. They nearly won that game, so that's showing how bad the Dragons are. Even with Ben Hunter in the team, the Rabbitohs nearly pulled off the miracle. So, yeah, to me. But anyway, then after you say, those are the 3 teams that you would say probably one of those 3 would win the comp at this stage. The Storm are too hit or miss for me. And I think in the final, in the big games, I think they're going to be found wanting. And just the overall squad, I think, they're just not quite strong enough. And as you've seen by their form this year, they go outstanding one week and then they go the next. They still could win the comp, but I'm not seeing it. Then obviously you got the Warriors. They're a chance. They're definitely a chance. Whether I don't know if they'll go grand final, but they could push preliminary final. I think it would be for the Warriors, if they don't make the second round of the finals, it would be a disappointing season from where they're at the moment. The Sharks, I think they'll probably make the top 8, but I think that's about it this season for you Sharkies fans. It's going to be interesting which teams can get on a roll. The Dolphins are faltering. I think Dolphins, I think what most people are predicting, the Dolphins will end up missing the top 8. They're just getting too many injuries and not being able to cover them. There was always going to be the question mark for the Dolphins. They surprised us all to start the season, but it's starting to come to fruition now with the injuries, unfortunately, for the Dolphins. Manly, I don't know. They certainly got a team that can win the comp, but they don't seem to play good enough away from home. That's been their Achilles heel. If they can fix that, they could go on a run. The Raiders, they're too hit or miss for me as well. Even though they went on a good blocker of wins, I'm not confident they'll get it done in finals footy. The Roosters, they're looking like they won't make the top 8 the way they're going, but we know how they went on a run last year. So if Sam Walker comes back in the team, you never know. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. Obviously, Brad Fittler's selection's coming up here. what's going to be picked, because there's about 30 possibilities and we've got to get it down to 17. I hope Anna Reynolds gets selected, but we will see. But to be honest, it looks like Queensland are going to go 3-peat this season. New South Wales need a miracle. Will we see a miracle in 10 days' time? We will see. But thank you for joining me here at the Barry Charles Footy Show. Remember to like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll be back with plenty more footy. Have a great day.